Hello, hello. Testing the mic. Let's see, how are we doing here? Looks like levels are good. And yeah, we're ready to play some Kerbal Space Program. I'm Dan Bear Pig, and what you see here is not actually a screenshot. This is a mission in progress. I was here doing a little bit of warm up, getting ready for the stream. And Raider says, I can hear you. Hey, Raider, Satan. Hey, yes, all is quite well, Satan. Thanks for showing up here today. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so this is a familiar site if you've been watching these streams. That's my tanker craft. So it is on final approach with the station. The hope was that I'd have this docked and ready to go, but fortunately that didn't quite work out, but we're almost there. We're on final approach. Here's our new ship that we launched last stream, our new rescue vehicle, and we're going to put it to work today. So I've got an idea. You might have noticed I am now Twitch affiliate, which is kind of crazy to think about. So yeah, things are going pretty well here with the whole Twitch deal. And so now I need to do a whole lot of behind the scenes work, including thinking of channel point redeems, names for followers and such, and I am very much open to some ideas. Let's get the starting soon thing off of here. But I have one idea. Yes, that's one thing that I already know. So it's going to be carbon credits. And so a disclaimer. So I don't generally want to do politics on stream and talk politics or anything. But there's one thing that is kind of central to my brand and my whole kind of humor here, and that is it is very likely that viewers and I are going to have different opinions on climate science and global warming. And that is okay as long as we are all of the opinion that Earth is great and we should be protecting it. But, so, the one thing that I am certain of is that I want my channel points to be the same as the currency on my family friend's Minecraft server, which is carbon credits. And if you've ever watched any of that, of Carbon Craft, I actually have a data pack there where it tracks your carbon footprint in-game. And I go for a high score. My brother likes to troll me and go for a negative score. But yeah, so I've got some assets in the works for that. Right now, I've just got the default ones. So there's going to be a lot of work behind the scenes. It's going to roll out slowly. For now, I'm just streaming as usual. So I do have I need to do some updates to it, but I have the alert for subscribers enabled. In fact, it looks like a couple of hours ago, my friend K Bowser subscribed. I'll just go ahead and play the alert. I'm gonna need to differentiate that from the followers and such. Maybe add some fireworks and something like that. So yeah, there's a lot to do. So today, though, I do have one idea so far for a channel point redeem once channel points are getting accumulated, and that is to have Kerbals named after viewers, and rather than just recruit them, I want to rescue them. So we're going to do some tests on that today. So Raider, you're here, and you're one of the oldest on this channel to be supporting it. So I think if you don't mind, we're gonna use you as a test subject. So let's go ahead and unpause this here. And yeah, we are on final approach to this station here. And okay, so yeah, we've got a 1 meter per second approach. We're 250 meters away, and I need to change the target. If I can catch it from here. Yep, Clampetron docking port. No. I want to set that as the target. But it's not letting me do that. That's alright. We will get closer and we'll be able to do that. Let's make sure we're controlling from here, from this docking port here. And I have already refueled the rescue ship, so it is ready to go and fully operational. This is just extra fuel for when we come back to the station and dock. So I have, I think, 3 rescue contracts in progress, and we're going to appropriate them. Current members of the crew, I'm not going to rename them. They're already part of the crew. They've got established names, but new ones, including the current contracts that I haven't completed yet, It doesn't matter what they're named right now. We didn't see those names. They're going to be named differently. Alright, so let's speed up just a little bit the game so that we can get closer in. And yeah, this ship looks so much cooler than the other one, and it is more capable. Though it hasn't had a lot of operational use yet. We've essentially only launched it and docked it to the station, and boy did it fly well on that test flight. So I'm really excited to get using this for real. Alright, and I think we are lined up properly. There we go, yes. Clemptron docking port set as target. Now we just got to get ourselves perfectly lined up, and I have the camera already locked to the craft, so we're gonna look right at its butt here. And I think I'm gonna zoom out because we're really close in for the view on the starting soon screen. Yeah, yesterday I did my first stream as Twitch affiliate, which was really weird to think about. But we did the launch of a new Minecraft 1.18 SMP. My friend Shipwreck and I got that started, and a bunch of our friends from various servers are on board. And we are claiming, we don't care what the evidence is, we are claiming that we are the first to play Minecraft 1.18, so we are the first SMP. And you're going to see plenty more of that on this channel as well. Alright, we are coming in close. 67 meters to go. And I'm really glad I put lights on this thing, because it's about a 50-50 that we'll be docking in the dark. I need to line up a little bit better here and slow down as well. It's a little bit tricky to maneuver with the transfer stage still attached, but it's got fuel in it, so I'm keeping it if I can. Plus, it'll be useful for deorbiting this thing later. Uh-oh. Oh, I just ran out of monopropellant. Oh, no. That is not ideal. Okay, so what we're going to do then, we're going to, instead of docking the fuel tank to the station, we're going to dock the station to the fuel tank. Set target. Control from here. All right. Yeah, I didn't realize I had used so much RCS in turning that thing around. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is this is another new one right here. Fresh new derp. Here we go. Oh, let's get unattached. We've made contact. Oh no. Yeah, this thing is wobbly. This is not designed for this, but it will work. I mean, in theory, it should work, right? So close, so close. Just a little bit closer. Ah. Alright, I'm just putting some pressure on it. Just a bit of pressure. We just gotta line it right up. Was not the plan. Back up just a little bit. we bumped it. We bumped it. That's not good. Okay. Alright, gotta keep this thing still. I'm controlling the tanker now. It's got, yeah, I probably wasted a lot of RCS fuel by having extra weight on here, so that actually probably bit me in the foot there. But I've got just a little bit of reaction wheel on this thing, so if I point it right about here, not directly at the target because it's rotated a bit. There we go. And then switch back to here and point straight at the target and then approach it again. All right, dead on. Just like that. Very, very gently. We've got this, we've got this. I swear we've got this. There we go! Alright, that is a victory right there. Okay. Let's see. And these, I think, are set to always be emptying. Yeah, these are all the monopropellant tanks that are on here. All empty. Let's see, and this is R400. Not the roundified one. Let's take a look. That's this one here. Okay, so no, they are not set to... Let's just set them always to be... Okay. They are now empty. Alright, so this will need to be jettisoned later. And how are we doing here? I think we're doing okay. Yeah, so this will be need to be jettisoned and deorbited later. So when this goes, we will also be getting rid of this. But for now, let's see. Ililong, are you aboard here? Yes. All right, this is our newest pilot. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the name. Ilalong, one or the other. Let's take a look at our current contracts. So our options, Mybels, Megvis, Margaret. So I think, let's see, let's use our ship manifest. I think that is the mod to use for this. And where is it? Right here. All right, so now let's go. Crew. But that will only let me change this. So I think I need to... I'm learning some new mods as we go here, is the thing. Okay, roster. Here we go. Ship manifest roster. These are applicants. And okay, here's a hilarious one here. Streamlabs Kerbin. That was from when I was testing that other one where it would let me draft viewers, but that was actually recruiting new ones, which is very expensive. And not what we actually wanted to do. Okay, so this is not letting me see any of these. Oh, and yeah, here are our dead ones. Bill, Lisman, Theopont, and there should be, yeah, Keith. And this is actually an error. This is not one that we ever had. This was when I was working with another mod and it was duplicating Kerbals. So that's a phantom. But Keith Welch, rip Keith Welch. For reals, rip. Okay, so I think maybe if I go... I don't own the ship yet, so I don't think I can fly it from the tracking center. But I'm going to try, because that is going to be the experiment. There we go. And let's see, so we've got Mybels is in orbit of Kerbin, which is perfect. That means he's close by. Right here. And no, I cannot fly that ship. So we need to actually intercept it first. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go back to regular view. And let's get started on our first actual rescue mission for our new ship. All right, Ilalong, let's undock. And let's go ahead and turn on RCS. And just back a little bit away from that docking port. And we're about ready. Hopefully, if all goes well in this stream, we will start upgrading the station itself. So we'll be launching a new station core if we can. Let's close this. And maybe even attempt to put some of the habitation spokes on the outside of the wheel. All right, now ships, and we want Mybel's wreckage. So Raider, does it matter to you what the profession of the Kerbal is, and does it matter to you whether it is a guy or girl Kerbal that we name after you? Let's take a look at where we are relative to Mybel's. Not at all. Okay, so Mybel's is actually Raider Kerman. And we will just see what we've got there, what profession, and who is in that wreckage. But if all goes well, they'll be rescued. And we are 1 degree offset from them, and we need to let them catch up to us. So if I make a maneuver at the ascending node, and we need to lower our orbit, okay, so yeah, they're at 80 kilometers, and it's a very circular orbit, so we need to drop down to 80 kilometers to get an intersect with them. And there it is. So that's going to be pretty big separation. And that way makes it worse, but this way gets closer. Okay. So I think we actually want to do this at the descending node, and even after that. Okay, so we want to actually do one more orbit first. Let's add an orbit to this maneuver. Oh, look at that. That is really good, actually. 151 meters per second at 40 kilometers of separation. So if I just slightly nudge it, that will get us almost 5 kilometers away. Okay, that's really good. And being the ascending node, we also can potentially help a little bit by adding a little bit of anti-normal to it. Let's see. And that is actually not helping. So let's try the other way. All right, 4.1 kilometers, and it's only a 77 meter per second burn, and it's coming up in just under 1 hour. So let's go ahead and time warp. And I'm going to be careful not to pass, not to pass the maneuver node. All right, we're 30 minutes away. at full thrust, this would be a 3-second burn. We're definitely not going to do full thrust. Not enough precision there. Alright, 5 minutes away. Let's just shift a little bit. I want to make sure we're doing fine on monopropellant. Let's actually turn off our RCS. We don't need it right now. We can use reaction wheels to adjust our attitude. And while we're burning, we can use our main engines. Alright, we're going to line up with this. And then we should be tracking it as we go. Excellent. And that marker is going to make its way slowly towards the horizon on the nav ball. Alright, and we're 1 minute out at about 30 seconds right now. Okay, we're going to go back to real time and fine-tune this a little bit. And then at about 10 seconds, we're going to burn at low thrust. Here we go. Starting the engines. Yeah, and I have a whole lot more control now that I'm burning with my main engines. Alright, we're halfway through the burn. Alright, very low thrust for the last little bit. And that's going to get away from us, and that's okay. Alright, there we go. That is pretty good. And now, what is our approach? 3.8 kilometers. It's actually better than what we had planned. And that's in 16 minutes. So let's go ahead, and we're going to be descending on top of... where is he? Right here. Of Raider Kerbin. And we can't give the appropriate name until we get there. Yeah, there he is catching up. And we're coming down from above. Textbook transfer right there. Okay, we're 17 kilometers away. And we want to point retrograde to the target because we are going a little bit fast and we'll need to bleed off some of that speed. And Satan, if you're still around, we can rescue you next, because you also have been here pretty much from the beginning, and a fantastic supporter here. And it is very appreciated. Alright, so our separation at our approach is 3.8 kilometers. Let's see if we can tighten that up a little bit and slow down as well. Okay, that number is going down. As long as that number is going down, I'm going to keep burning like this. Oh, now it's going up. I've overshot just a little bit. Should probably have kept it right about here, just barely on that side. But still, that is 2 kilometers closer than we were before. So I'm going to go ahead and let this, let Ilalong point retrograde here. And let's get in a little bit closer. Alright, and if I change this to stability assist mode, then I won't snap to be in reference to the planet when I do full time warp. There haven't been any updates to that persistent rotation mod, so I'm not sure if that's going to be fixed or not, but it's something we can definitely live with. Alright, we're 4 kilometers away. Let's fine-tune our approach a little bit more. Another minor correction burn here. Yep, that's going down. Perfect. Alright, we're within 500 meters on closest approach. Alright, and we're coming in with 2.25 kilometers, and it's going to actually load all the parts into physics. That was quick because it's just one part. We get a big lag spike when we approach the station, and that is always going to be the case, unfortunately. Alright, we're almost within 1 kilometer, so let's slow down some more. Alright, 5 meters per second is pretty good for this distance. Alright, and hopefully this will be the final correction burn to tighten the approach. Yeah, that might have done it, might have not have. That's saying I'm actually a little bit farther out, but we are slowing down, and we can do an EVA to do the final rescue here. Yeah, I think it's looking at a different approach. Yeah, since we're close enough, it's actually looking at this approach here. So this number is no longer particularly accurate. I'm very pleased with how this ship turned out. If I'm getting distracted looking at it, then I know I've done a decent job. I'm not particularly a great ship designer. All right, we're gonna go ahead and leave it there, and switch to this craft. Classic one-man capsule. All right, let's open up ship manifest now, and roster. Female pilot. All right, let's can I not edit? Kerbal is not available. Okay, so I need to rescue first, and that is fine. Let's rename this. Raiders wreckage, and it is debris. All right, Raider, you are going on EVA. And letting go. And turning on the jetpack. Now, where we gotta search the sky for the rescue craft. Right there. Okay, cool. And while we're here, can I do it now? Nope, ship manifest not available from here. So I think once the contract says that they are, let's see, added to the roster. Okay, cool. I think once we're back in the ship, we should be able to do that. This is a new mod for me, so I am learning as I go. That is a view for sure. Screenshot, of course. Can never resist the screenshots. Alright, we gotta slow down here. Shipwreck, firstest. Yes, Shipwreck, you are first for sure. I was explaining the first SMP earlier on. Regardless of what the evidence says or what anyone else has actually done, we are first to play Minecraft 1.18. Absolutely first. All right. Here we are. at the new ship, and I should not have to do any shuffling of crew members in order to get the new Kerbal in there. So that is the test. Look at that shadow. That is so cool. All right. Board. Grab. And board. All right. That is a successful rescue there. And now, can I edit the Kerbal? Kerbal is not available. Oh, is it because they're already in? Is it the opposite? It might be that they are. Let's see. Can I change the settings here? What have we got? I can definitely rename by manually changing the name in the save game file, which I might actually go ahead and do. That shouldn't take too long. Should be pretty quick. Okay, yeah, there's nothing here that I can change for that. All right, let's go ahead. And I'm going to quit to main menu and then make a real quick change here on my other screen. Let's see, edit with notepad, yep. And I have a backup, so this will be fine here. And find Mibbles. Kerbal, okay. All right, let's resume saved here. And let's see if that worked. Well, dang it, I was hoping that that would let me edit that Kerbal. So I might still need to do some mod research, because that is what I want. Let's go back to the tracking station and see if we can get back to our rescue ship. Let's see. No. All right, I'm going to revert that change, actually. You're watching Experimenting and Learning with the Mods live. But one way or another, this will be Raider Kerman. That is whom we have rescued. This is also why I don't have this yet as an actual channel point redeem. Let's go here. Yeah, okay. So I think I need to change it in a few more places for it to actually work properly. But yeah, so Mibbles is back, but Mibbles is Raider. But I wonder also if I go here, the roster. Okay, these are ones, these are available so I can edit them. Okay, so if they're assigned, I can't edit. I think we figured it out. So if they're signed, I can't edit. Let's see, Eric Uspensky, yeah, available but not assigned, and I can edit. So, okay, so if I actually complete every aspect of this contract, then we could do the proper rename. All right, cool. Thanks for being here to figure that out with me, guys. Sorry I had to figure that out on stream. But that's the way things go. And that is still a successful rescue mission. So let's go ahead and let's move on and rescue our next Kerbal. Okay, yeah, but this thing is fantastic. I am really a fan of this ship. It doesn't have as much Delta V, I think, as the other one did, but it flies better. So that is a fine trade-off in my opinion, and we can always dock extra fuel to the back of it if we want to take it long range, but this is not a long range vessel. Okay, so there's Lisman's shipwreck, which we've already rescued Lisman and killed Lisman. All right, Margaret's debris. So, Satan, if you're here, let me know if you're interested in me rescuing a Kerbal and then renaming it for you, and if you care what the profession and gender of that Kerbal are. Shipwreck you as well. Okay, so we've got that targeted, and if we look here and here, we'll pin those. And what we want to do is point prograde. And that is all the way on the other side of the planet, so we've got quite an adjustment to make. But if I burn prograde, I'll raise the apoapsis over here, and these will come together. Specifically, okay, yeah, that one is going down, and we're gonna see it continue to go down. Okay, good, we are on orbit. All right. Just had a moment there where I panicked that, uh-oh, am I relative to target here? But no, we're perfect. We're relative to orbit. Yep, and there goes the apoapsis. We're on the right plane. And here comes the target position at intersect. And we are going to be going pretty fast, so we're going to have a lot of speed to bleed off. Oh, overshot that a little bit. Let's turn on the RCS. Get some fine control here. Very low power thrusters so that we can get some fine precision tuning of this orbit. Okay, that'll take us 300 meters away from Margaret. So I don't really want to go any closer than that at that speed. And then we'll have some time to bleed that off. So that is in 45 minutes. So right here, let's go about 5 minutes away from there, and let's warp. Oh wow, are they all in orbit of Kerbin? I thought one was in orbit of Moon or Minmus, but I guess not. And that is fine. Alright, now we want to be relative to the target and point retrograde. Let's turn off RCS, we don't need it for this. Alright, yep, separation at approach is 326 meters. That is real close. Oh, yep, it snapped to relative to the planet. Whoops. Let's put it back. And then if I go to stability assist, then we'll be able to time warp without having it snap like that. So we don't want that. There we go. Perfect. There we go. All right, we're 10 kilometers away. Let's slow down. All right, and that's widened our approach a little bit, but that's fine. Actually, it looks like it didn't. It was picking up the next intersect for a little bit. All right, 20 meters per second is pretty good for this distance. And just wait for it to. Okay, it's definitely loaded in physics. And this is pretty routine at this point. We've gotten pretty good at these contracts. Alright, we're 1 kilometer away, so I'm going to change to stability assist mode and slow down a little bit. All right, 500 meters out. $300 meters. And yeah, it actually calculated it different when we're in a different time warp level, so now we're 300 meters out. And our separation should be 60 meters at its closest, so let's go ahead and... Yeah, it's a little trippy how it moves that around as it calculates things slightly differently at different speeds. Now it's time to slow to a halt. All right, perfect. All right, we are here. Let's go ahead and present a docking port to Margaret. Excellent. All right, let's switch to this craft. And yeah, we got a lander can here. Let's rename it. There it is, right there, right in front of me. All right, just change it to debris. And then Margaret, you can get out. Let go and turn on your jetpack. And head on over to your rescue. All right, just about there. And screenshot time, of course. And grab. Why are you climbing that way? I don't want you to climb that way. All right, you're gonna have to let go. Oh, let's get you at the hatch, because for some reason you really did not want to climb towards it. There we go, and board. Okay. All right, that is 2 rescued. Look at that happy crew right there. That is a happy crew. And let's see, we've got one more, I believe. Megvis. Yep. Let's set Megvis heap as a target. And we want to be in orbit. Orbit reference, and let's point prograde. And once again, we're going to need to let them catch up to us. So let's pin that. And pin that. Alright, perfect. And it's usually the intersect 2 that it ends up being. Yeah, that one is, although we now only have the one. I think I might need to get past this a little bit so that the other one shows up again. Okay, there we go. Now this is the one we're looking at. Yep, there's the number going down like this. And we'll fine-tune it at the end with our RCS thrusters. Because these engines are pretty powerful, and this far out, that does not lend itself to precision. There we go. 5 kilometers. 1 kilometer. Alright, that's real close. 200 meters, that'll be good. Anything more, and I'm not very comfortable with it. And once again, it's a 45-minute until we'll be there. And let's go here. That's 5 minutes out, and we'll warp. And I'm going to take a sip of my drink while we warp. Alright, here we go. Let's go and look at our target, and let's point retrograde to the target. Yeah, we're going to be 175 meters away on closest approach. That's pretty close. And we're going about 300 meters per second relative to this target. So that is what we will need to bleed off. Let's change it to stability assist and get a little bit closer. Alright, we're about 25 kilometers away, so now is the time to start bleeding off our speed. Alright, 100 meters per second. And again, this is saying 5.5 kilometers separation at approach, and that's because we are close enough that it's looking at a different approach now. At least I think it is, but either way, we're good to go. Oh, yep, and it snapped to relative to the planet. I always forget. Almost always, at least. Alright, 10 kilometers out, let's slow down again. Actually, that might be accurate. But that is okay. And we can turn off the RCS and not waste that fuel. Alright, and if I go to stability assist, we don't snap to retrograde to the planet. Alright, now let's really slow down. 10 meters per second is pretty good here. And we do need to tighten up this approach again. We've lost a little bit of the approach by slowing down. Why is that saying 5 kilometers? It's all the way over there. Okay, yeah, we're getting closer than that. Yeah, distance is going down. So yeah, this is no longer looking at the approach that we're on right now. This time for real. All right, so now we're a little bit far out, but stopped relative to the target. So I need to point right at the target and burn forwards. And yeah, so the what we're doing here, for those of you who weren't here right at the beginning, is experimenting with potential future channel point redeem of rescuing viewers as Kerbals. And so I'm testing this mod that will let me rename them. And it's not perfect. I need to actually complete the contract before it'll let me rename them. But it will work. So the idea here, we've already rescued, this is not Mybels, this is Raider Kerbin. And so Shipwreck and Satan, if you guys want a Kerbal rescued, just say the word and I will name a Kerbal after you. Now let's get in close. And we need to get in much closer. Yeah, I misunderestimated where we'd be approaching here. Shipwreck needs a rescue. All right, Shipwreck, the other question then, does it matter to you what profession and what gender the Kerbal is that I rescue and name Shipwreck? And the profession options are pilot, engineer, and scientist. I'm at Y minus 44, I assume, surrounded by zombies and a broken sword with no crafting table. Scientist. Alright, scientist. So, regardless of what this tells us, we're going to make sure that this Kerbal is a scientist, and it's yours since you claimed it first. And does it matter to you what the gender of the Kerbal is? Rather than the randomization of the game, I'm letting the chat decide today. All right, now we've got a good approach. .400-meter approach. And here Shipwreck is fighting for his life against zombies in a deep slate cave, and I'm distracting him with that. Doesn't matter what gender your Kerbal is. All right, we've got an approach of about 155 meters. Let's get in there and then slow to a stop again. All right, we've got 1 meter per second. All right, cool. Let's see, this one is already a scientist, so that, I think, is Shipwreck, and if Satan wants this one is Satan's. Let's see, this is another lander can. Let's rename and make it Debris. And Megvis, another pilot. And let go turn on your jetpack and get in the ship. And this will be the last rescue for now. Having a great time there. All right, coming in hot, so let's slow down. And yeah, let's come in from underneath. I think this is where the other two are, so they're all going to hang out and get to know each other. And board. All right, cool. That is 3 rescues in a row. Now we just need to take us back to the station, which is right here. Set as target. And so we need to raise our orbit again. We are at about a 1 degree inclination here, or rather, really it's the station that is inclined. We are at, I believe, yeah, we are perfectly equatorial, but the station has shifted over time. And let's see where we need to burn to get our good transfer. All right, we need to burn later. And in fact, we need to add 1 orbit to this. And burn right about here. All right, and that gives us a 63 or a 17-kilometer approach. 16. And that gives us 11. Okay, so that is the right place to burn right there, and that is in 45 minutes once again. So let's go ahead and time warp. And then let's bring a Raider home and launch a new station module. All right, we're 4.5 minutes away from our burn. Oh, and I should turn off the RCS. Oh, we're getting perilously low on RCS fuel. I think we'll be fine, but I need to not use it until the very end now. All right, 2 minutes away. And this is a 1 second burn at full thrust. Absolutely, we are not burning at full thrust. Okay, here we go. And at about maybe 8 seconds away from our node, I'm gonna go low thrust. All right, here we go. Very low thrust. We can see our separation at approach going down very rapidly. Let's very gently do the last of this. All right, that is about as precise as I can get. And we've got a separation of 11.6 kilometers. Very good. Let's see, that's in 14 minutes. Let's go about here. That'll give us about... Oh, there we go. That'll give us about 4 minutes to do our slowing down and matching of orbits, because we are still in our transfer orbit. And we're in target reference. Let's point retrograde. Yeah, no RCS. We don't want to use up our RCS fuel before we dock. We really need that for the final docking. And this has more than enough reaction wheel to do an attitude adjustment like this. Okay, let's get closer. We're about 20 kilometers away. Alright, now we really need to change our orbit a little bit and get closer in. That's going to push this outwards. And that actually made things a little worse. Okay, there we go. Now that number's going down. I just need to really push outwards this way. Alright, that's 4.5 kilometers of separation. Alright, let's, why isn't it letting me warp? Ah, because I had my fingers on the wrong keys, that's why. User error, that's a derp. Fortunately, it's a small derp. It's not like ditching all of your fuel right before a critical maneuver. I haven't done that, I will claim. Today was fun, says Satan. What have you been up to today, Satan? I assume on the Still Alive SMP? Summoned the Wither, level 5 raid, and respawn the dragon at the same time. Oh, geez. That is a lot to keep track of. Alright, we've got a 1.7 kilometer approach, 1 kilometer approach, 400 meter approach. That'll do for me. Wanted the triple boss bar screeny. Did it work? That's the important question there. Did it work? Yes, nice. Now here's the other question. How many times did you die? I'll have to check that out. 0. Nice. Were you the only one doing that with 0 deaths? Don't die anymore? You've been taught well and very nice. I also don't die a lot. No one died. Ooh, that's impressive. You and Anna, Maurice, and technology. Very cool. Yeah, I checked in a couple times on stream on the 2nd, and to see if the SMP tour was happening yet, and it wasn't. I think by the time it happened, I was I was handling my kids, so it didn't quite work out. But it almost did. I tried. Alright, we are on our final approach here. Let's get out of map view. We're 2 kilometers away. And need to slow down. Any rescue missions today? No one? Okay, so you've been lurking, so I don't think you've caught. So no one's lost. I'm testing future probable channel point redeem now that I'm affiliate and need to start setting some of these things up. And so we've rescued 3 Kerbals, and their names are here, but their names are going to change. One of them is Raider, Another one is a shipwreck. And if you are interested, one of them can be Satan Kerman. Okay, that's not the best approach here. I think I need to go... So the question is, Satan, does it matter to you what the gender and profession are of the Kerbal that bears your name? And the professions are pilot, engineer, and scientist. Okay, that's a little bit closer. Yeah, I'm going to need to use the RCS for this, and I am perilously low on monopropellant. In fact, I'm actually... No, I'm still getting closer. Okay, so we're gonna see how close this takes us. And now I need to go over here, and yeah, this one is a little bit slower than usual because I am low on the monopropellant, so I'm being very careful. And I actually might go a little bit longer today. Not a ton longer. I want to generally stay to the 2-hour time slot. But my wife has the kids and is at a she has to officiate at a basketball game. Joys of being an assistant principal at a high school. So that's where she's at right now. And now it tells me I've got a 2.5 kilometer, although I'm still getting closer, so I think it's kicked it off to the next one. So yeah, let's go ahead and get closer. But yeah, I'm eager to make some more progress on this, and I can't read that text on that white background. There we go, that's better. And yeah, we're still getting closer. Now we are not getting closer. So let's look towards the target. And I want to drag the prograde marker towards the target marker, so I need to be very much on the other side of it. So right about here. Are we getting close again? We're not quite getting closer. Alright, that'll take us within 400 meters. So let's point retrograde again. It didn't do it. There we go. Point retrograde, please. There we go. Yeah, so the final part of this after we dock will be to actually bring Raider home and test the renaming capabilities in the ship manifest mod. There we go. And that station is coming nicely into view here. Okay, so I think we're looking at it. The perspective is fooling with me a little bit. Clampetron docking port. I want that one. Can't quite grab it. All right, let's turn this ship around, and we're going to have to use our RCS thrusters and hope that we have enough monopropellant for this. Okay, here we go. And let's change the camera view, lock it to this ship. RCS on. And it's being used up perilously quickly. I'm not comfortable with that. Oh, wow. Alright, now let's turn it off. And save monopropellant anytime that we can here. And yeah, we're getting framey because we're close to this station that has its high part count. Alright, and that should be a good approach there. We've used half of our remaining monopropellant. Yeesh. Alright, let's turn the RCS thrusters off. Let's open up this docking port and start controlling from right here. And we want to make sure that we have this set as our target. Alright, cool. So now if we rotate our ship so that our docking port is pointed straight towards the station, we should be able to do this. Whoa, slow down. And we are wobbling. There we go. All right, there we go. We are very well aligned, actually. I'm pleased with that. Turn the RCS back on and get our trajectories lined up. Okay, perfect. Go just a bit faster. 0.4 meters per second, that's pretty good. And let's make our approach. Oh, we are cutting it very close. We are on fumes here as far as the monopropellant goes. We have 1,300 meters per second with our main engines, but oh geez, we've got nothing for the monopropellant. Okay, check our alignment here. It's actually looking really good. All right, 7 meters to go. All right, perfect. Okay, yeah, I was sweating a little bit on that one. My approach was good, but if I needed to make any adjustments, I had no margin left with my monopropellant. All right, so let's take Raider, and let's transfer you into a return capsule. Yeah, transfer crew. Let's bring you home right here. Let's also refuel the ship. Yeah, those are still locked. That makes them easy to find. Perfect, okay. We want out. And we'll leave it on out so that anything that docks will immediately start receiving fresh fuel. Unfortunately, we've got no monopropellant for the RCS thrusters, so we're going to need to get rid of this now empty tank and bring up a new spare tank. All right, cool. That is empty now. Although this still has fuel. So yeah, these also can go out. All right, cool. So there's still fuel to be had from here, although I might use it for the deorbit. All right, but now, Raider, it is time to bring you home and give you your proper name. Undock. Let's close this window. There we go. And we need that and that. And we'll back off from the station just a bit. And point retrograde. All right, now we want to make sure that our periapsis goes down. And it is. All right, fantastic. And we're not going to clip anything. Okay, excellent. All right, this is going well. Say goodbye to the station. We are bringing you home our newest pilot. Bye, says Satan. So yeah, Satan, if you want one of these newly rescued Kerbals named for you, just let me know if it matters to you what gender and what profession. All right, I'm watching this periapsis drop. Let's speed up the game a little bit. And we're looking for right there, about 35 kilometers. And now let's just bring him down. Her down in this case, actually. Nice view of Kerbin's desert. Name it after the scientist from Alien. So rather than Satan Kerman, you want not Ripley. Who is it? Who's the character that you're thinking of? Because I don't think Ripley was a scientist. And even though that's one of my favorite movies, it's been a while since I've seen it. I'm very much due for a rewatch. All right, we're turning off stability assist and letting aerodynamics take care of this. Ripley Kerman. All right. Kind of on flavor. Yeah, there you go. Oh, look at that, though. Yeah, let's get the flag in view. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, yeah, Ripley Kerman. And the The profession of the Kerbal that we'll be renaming is currently pilot, but I can change that if you'd like. Instead of letting the I'm still not in control of what professions they are, but today, instead of the randomization in the game, it is chat in charge of the names, genders, and professions of these Kerbals that I'm rescuing today. All right, there we go. We've got our plasma trail here. And she's about to lose connection. But here we go. We are on our final approach towards the planet. That sounds perfect. I was hoping that's what you'd say, be the engineer. Ripley the engineer, Ripley Kerman, named by Satan. Alright, once we get through this toasty part of the reentry, I'll speed the game up and we'll get her on the ground. There we go. And as usual, we'll deploy the parachutes at 2 kilometers altitude. Looks like we're going to come down in someone's backyard. Nice. Alright, deploying the parachutes. And we'll get full deployment at 1 kilometer. And that is automatic. I don't have to do anything. There we go. Let's watch it come down. Set target. Set position. Let's watch from over here. Yeah, that's a nice view right there. And if I figured this mod out properly, once she is rescued, I can actually correct the name to be Raider Kerman. And then we'll have a new pilot, a local celebrity from space, to run some of our missions for us. And now I cannot read the readout. There we go. Sorry, mission control. I can't read my altitude. The sky is in the way. Reminds me of in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy books, in Restaurant at the End of the Universe, when they steal the ship and everything is black and all the readouts are black text on black background with a black backlight. And they can't read it. There we go, right over the horizon. Bye. Welcome home. All right, let's recover this vessel and see if I am correct about how this mod works. Yeah, I had found a really cool one that would at random draft a Kerbal from the viewer list, but unfortunately it would hire that Kerbal, which is, after just a little bit, gets extremely expensive. And Satan says, is this planet like the home of the Windows 98 wallpaper? I've seen some posts on Reddit like that, screenshots taken from the planes, and yeah, it very much looks like, in some cases, the Windows 98 wallpaper. Alright, the roster. And now let's take a look. Yes, I can edit. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna dial that down a little bit. It doesn't actually matter, but okay, we've got Raider Kerman. Awesome. Alright, we're in the list now. Raider Kerman, our pilot, available. Fantastic. Alright, let's bring another one down real quick. Oh, that's the science building. That's not what I meant. Tracking station, that's what I want. Yeah, this is taking more of the stream than I intended, but as long as you don't mind, I don't mind. I'm having fun with this. Alright, let's fly the station. I mean, we've actually gotten a lot done. 3 Kerbals rescued is not bad. Always a good time, says Satan. Good to know. Okay, so now we gotta go here again and transfer crew. And we're gonna take, let's see, which one is the scientist? That's Margaret. So Megvis. Megvis is going to become an engineer when she gets home, because that's what we are rescuing. So transfer crew, Megvis, and I'm doing Megvis because I think Shipwreck has headed off. He is hard at work on the first SMP, which is something he's put together. I helped a decent amount, but he is the chief engineer, definitely, for that thing. He is running the server, and it has been an absolute blast. Getting a real first-time playthrough in 1.18. Alright, let's go ahead and undock. Alright, and being a pilot makes this easy. Although, actually, these are the upgraded pods. I forget, I'm out of the old pods, so I don't have to worry anymore about not being able to hold attitude. Let's just pull back a little bit. Let's close this interface that's in the way. And point retrograde. Alright. Saw some cool stuff he showed me and loved it. Yeah, they tested out my data pack with the personalized totems that uses his resource assets, the custom totems that he's made, and it worked flawlessly, which is quite a relief. You test something all you want in single player, but it's always different once you get to multiplayer. There's always something surprising that comes up, but not this time apparently. Alright, we're clear of the station. Let's go ahead and speed up the game a little bit. And let's bring Ripley home. Our future engineer. And since I am changing the profession, if it lets me, I'm going to change the experience level as well. So that she'll start from scratch as an engineer. Oh, we've gone really far. Let's let's not approach that steeply. It would probably be fine, but I don't want to risk it. That could be some high G loads right there. Alright, we've got a periapsis of 23 kilometers. We're looking for 35 as a known safe flight profile. Right about there. That's perfect. All right, now let's just get down into the atmosphere and slow down with aerodynamics. All right, and we can turn off stability assist and let aerodynamics take over to keep the craft stable. These have been very thoroughly tested and are known to be aerodynamically stable. All right, we'll slow down during the toasty part of reentry. Let's have some fun with the camera. Whoa. Let's see, what do I have that set at? Oh, right, I have that set pretty wild because... yeah, maximum relative velocity. We want to tune that down. 50 meters per second. There we go. Yeah, I had that changed so that I could make some pretty cool screenshots. Oops. Okay, that is a whole lot more reasonable. That's a cool shot right there. Now you won't get whiplash just watching the stream. Yeah, I figured out a way to get a long exposure shot. I shared on Twitter. After this, we were gonna work on how did we get here. Oh, that's not one I've even thought about even trying to get before, because that is absolutely insane, and it gets more insane every update with more effects. We've got the setup. Nice. Best of luck with that, for sure. But yeah, I found if you take a video, a short video clip, and export it from a video editor as a series of images, then you can import those images to Photoshop as an image stack and combine them and get those long exposure shots like star trails and those launch shots that people get particularly popular with the SpaceX with the you get the launch and the landing in the same frame. See if I can share that. I know you're not on Twitter, Satan, so I'll see if I can show that here in just a minute because I'm... That... Why did my parachutes... Why did the parachutes go this early? At least they didn't go when it was unsafe, so we're fine. But wow, that is I don't recall pressing spacebar, even accidentally, although I could have done it accidentally without knowing it. But that just means that we're in for a long descent. Not too bad. At least it didn't rip the parachutes off. It waited until it was safe to deploy them. Phew. Okay. Oh, okay, good. And we still won't get full deployment until 1 kilometer, so that is fine. Alright, slow it down. Now, that gave me a little bit of a heart attack for a moment. There we go. Oh, okay. Alright, let's take it off of flyby and set position pretty close this time. And let's watch Ripley come down. We can turn on the, there we go. Our emergency lights. I put them on these things, I might as well use them. We're 400 meters off of the ground, or well, sea level. We're coming down in the ocean. I'm going to mute the mic for just a moment because I need to cough for a second. Sorry about that. All right, we are splashed down. Let's go back over here and recover the vessel. And while it's doing that, I'm going to, let's see if I can add image and browse. See where I've got it. Okay, here is, let's see if this scales properly. Yeah, alright, so it's gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna just put this right here in the center. So yeah, right here we've got an image that I have put together in Photoshop. So it looks like a long exposure of a launch. So you can see the thicker trail as there's the booster with the solid boosters on there. And if you look very closely, let's see if I can make it easier to see if I make it bigger. There we go. It's hard to see, but there's a little bit right here where you can see the side boosters after they were jettisoned coming back. But that, yeah, right here is where okay, I just realized that I'm putting my mouse over it, but I'm putting it over it in OBS, so you can't see that. That's fine. But yeah, right where the thick part of the line stops and it becomes thin, that's where the booster's separated, and so we've just got the solid motor, or the central core rather, the liquid motor, and that over to the left is actually the moon Minmus, and it moved that much during that shot. Let's see if I can show another one as well. I went to, so the moon is tidally locked. So if you're on the surface of moon and looking up at Kerbin, if Kerbin is visible in the sky, Kerbin will never move in the sky. It'll rotate, but it will never actually move. So that gives me an opportunity for this cool effect right here. So we've got the star trails going back behind Kerbin, but Kerbin itself is just right there. Satan says I can see the little pieces falling off there. Okay, good. So that's coming through on the stream. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm very pleased with how these turned out, and it turns out you can do this with Minecraft too, so I've got a couple Minecraft ones. In fact, even though this is a Kerbal stream, I'm going to show that off, because we're here doing this right now. So let's see, Minecraft screenshots. So yeah, this is a picture from the world that I'm going to upgrade my personal server to. So yeah, this is 1.18 with complementary shaders and star trails. Long exposure with star trails. You can see a little lonely polar bear right there in the center on the ice sheet. But yeah, I'm very happy with how these have turned out, and these, I don't want to admit how much time I've spent on these. Once I came up with the idea, I wanted to just dive into it, and I have spent a long time working on these and getting these to work. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn that off and go back to the game, and let's rename this to Ripley Kerman. Alright, roster, and we've got... Where is she? Megvis. Here we go. Edit. And let's turn that down a little bit. And this is Ripley Kerman. And let's turn the courage way up because... Ripley. Alright. And Ripley is an engineer. And it looks like I can't change the skill level here, so that is fine. Alright. Apply. Alright, and so now we've got Raider Kerman, a pilot, Ripley Kerman, an engineer. And those are going to be our crew in the very near future. And let's see, looks like Shipwreck, as I mentioned before, isn't here currently, so I might rescue him off-screen. Let's go into the vehicle assembly building and see if I have something ready to launch the station. And I think I might need to go into my my test save to copy the ship over. Hardcore World? No, that is my my family server. So I haven't done nearly as much as I want to on there recently with everything going on. But I've got a plan for upgrading to 1.18 with a soft reset and porting a few builds over. And but I found the seed and I've pre-gen the world, but I have still a lot to do. Let's see. Yeah, it's not here, so I need to go to stock test program. You can see a lot of my recent backups. Just started a hardcore world, Satan. Very cool. I've hardly done any hardcore, really. Just the Triple H challenges. Alright, Arcadia Station Hub, that's the one that I want. Alright, yeah, this is our station hub right here. This is the upgrade. So I showed this a little bit, I think, last week. But yeah, we've got a cupola, and we've got these 6 spokes that we will be docking to these. And so yeah, we've got a docking port and batteries and such, and so these will not be bare once we're done. Service module that's full of batteries and RCS fuel. There we go. Yeah, batteries and RCS fuel. So this will serve as our refuel of RCS for now. And Satan says, I went on Chunk Finder map and clicked random over and over with the parameters of a mansion set at spawn or close enough, and this one has a cobble structure hundreds of blocks tall over a river. A cobble structure. Is that from lava? Interesting. Oh, the base of the woodland mansion. Okay, yeah, so when it fills in the blocks below the woodland mansion. Yeah, I see. Interesting. So it spawned it somewhere where it needed to make up a whole lot of blocks. That's wild. And yeah, this has lots and lots of cargo space. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this on top of a rocket. I don't have the Callisto launcher ready to go yet, but I think we should be able to launch this on the Arcus launcher. There we go. And so I'm going to need to add... let's see, what are you sending up or bringing down? I'm sending up the hub for a new station. So that station is very much out of date at this point. We've got better technology and a better design, and so and a name also for the station. It's going to be Arcadia Station, since I'm going with so far a bear theme for the different things I'm launching. So the launcher that I have available so far is a medium launcher, and it's called Arcus, after the bear that is the Little Dipper, Ursa Minor. And I'm working on a heavy lift launcher that it will be called Callisto, which is the name of the bear that is the Big Dipper, Ursa Major. And so there's a city in mythology called Arcadia that is named for Arcus, and that's going to be the name of the station. So let's put a docking port down here and attach this, and I'm going to need to adjust this fairing. Let's go ahead and delete the fairing and build it again from scratch. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a fat fairing. But I think it will do. There we go. Oh. So ideally I'd have the bigger ship, but I don't have the I don't have it quite ready yet. I've designed a couple of versions of a heavy lift rocket, but they are absurdly expensive. So what I'm working on right now, and it's actually going pretty well, is a reusable first stage, SpaceX style, so kind of like a Starship. And I've done some hover tests off screen, and they have worked pretty well. But this, I think, will be okay. Let's see, we've got clamshell deploy on, okay, good ejection force, 3 sides. All right, let's go ahead and launch this. There are no crew aboard, let's double check that. Eric is hitchhiking again. No Eric, this is a dangerous launch. This might crash and burn. If it crashes and burns, it's pretty cheap. It'll only be out 66,000 spaceos. And no crew lost if it crashes. And that's what we want. All right, let's go ahead and launch it. And I think we'll be able to get this into orbit safely. But again, if it doesn't work properly, that is okay. We're only out a little bit of money, and we're doing quite well on the money. And we won't be losing any Kerbals on this launch, even if it goes disastrously wrong. All right, so I've got throttle up. SAS is on. Let's, we don't need a target. Although it might be good to put it, yeah, let's go ahead and take it to our current station. No, let's not. Let's not worry about that. We will take it to its own orbit, and when we are done, we will deorbit the old station. That won't be on this stream. Let's turn on the flight recorder. We want altitude, acceleration, and dynamic pressure. And let's make sure fine control is on. Okay, perfect. All right, we are ready for this launch. Let's choose a viewing location, actually. Let's watch it. Let's watch it from over here. Whoa, we are real close here. Auto zoom. Auto zoom margin. Let's zoom out just a little bit. There we go. That is much more comfortable. Oh, okay, yeah, we were right close. Hey, Bert the Gorilla. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so we are... hopefully this goes well. I don't have the heavy lift rocket that I would like to be launching this ready. This has the delta V and the thrust to weight ratio to launch this, I believe. But the fairing is a little bit fatter than I'd like. So I'm still working on my heavy lift rocket. And to bring the cost down, I'm trying to make it reusable because it is absurdly expensive what I've got going on. So, but this, if it all goes well, will take a new station core into orbit. And if it all goes wrong, then I'm only out about 66,000 spaceos and no Kerbals lost. Yeah, I just rescued 3 Kerbals, named them after some viewers. I'll be doing that again in the future for sure. But yeah, let's we've got our flight recorder ready to go. Let's do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and launch. We have liftoff, and everything is looking nominal so far. Start our pitching downrange. Yeah, I don't know the ideal flight profile for this yet. We haven't done tests on it. So this is the test. We're testing it live. But yeah, our thrust to weight ratio is high. Let's throttle down. We are already supersonic. And we have max Q. Throttling back up, and SRB burnout and separation. Fantastic. Alright, let's hold prograde for now. And what have you been up to today, Bert the Gorilla? Have you been playing some Kerbal Space Program? Or you play some Minecraft too, don't you? Alright, our apoapsis, we're looking for about... Okay, we got main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second engine start. Alright, and yeah, we're looking for an apoapsis of around 150 kilometers here. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. And I think we are ready to deploy the fairing as well. Fairing separation is confirmed. Yep, and there is the station core right there. Let's go ahead and pitch down because we are not nearly aggressive enough on this on this gravity turn. Although this is a pretty low power but high efficiency upper stage, so this is going to be fine. It looks like I'm timing this pretty well too for coming up on the end of the stream here in about 10 minutes. Alright, there's our apoapsis at 150, so let's coast for a minute. I don't want to get too close to the apoapsis because of this very low power stage, so let's, right about here, do our second burn. I'm trying to hold the apoapsis steady at around 150 kilometers, though precision is not particularly necessary here. It's nice, but it is absolutely not necessary. Yeah, our periapsis is not coming up as quickly as I would like, so I might go ahead and let the apoapsis go up just a little bit. And then we can always change the orbit later. We have plenty of delta V here. So getting to orbit is a whole lot more important in this case than having the perfect orbit. This isn't a tight launch window or anything. We're not making any rendezvouses. Just going to orbit. The rendezvouses will come later when I dock the habitation modules to these hubs right here. But everything is looking normal. And while this continues on to orbit, I'm going to go ahead and finish off my beer. Periapsis is coming up. It looks like we're going to get a perfectly good orbit here. All right, we have orbit. And now it's even pretty close to circular. Yeah, and we still have 1,500 meters per second delta V with this upper stage of the rocket here. So yeah, that is looking quite nice. So as far as getting the spokes onto this wheel here, I kind of want to have an orbital tug ready to go. So I'm going to have to develop that between now and next week. But yeah, this is our new station. This is Arcadia Station. Let's go ahead and rename it. So that it doesn't say just hub. this is Arcadia Station. Alright, and we now have 2 stations in orbit. We have Station 1 and Arcadia Station, which is our up-to-date modernized station. So we've got our habitation modules to dock to each of these 6 docking ports. There's going to be a science module. All sorts of things will be docked to here. And each of them, let's go ahead and take a look at them. Let's go back to the Space Center. And I'm going to have to move it over again from the test save. Rather than do a sandbox mode save, I actually made an extra backup of this save. Actually, no, it wasn't an extra backup of this save. I just made sure that I had the same amount of technology unlocked. So let's go to Vehicle Assembly Building. And we'll wrap it up by taking a look at what will be launched in the very near future. Okay, and we want stock test program. And hopefully, actually, I think I might have it saved here as, yeah, let's go ahead and actually exit this save and load that save up directly, because unfortunately I don't think you can move sub-assemblies over in that way. Sub-assemblies are not available through the open ship menu. So let's go here, go to main menu. And we'll load my my test save. But yeah, we have the start of our new station in orbit, and we've got Raider Kerbin, we've got Shipwreck Kerbin, and we have Ripley Kerbin, named by Satan. And they are going to be our crew in the very near future. Alright, here we go. So let's open up. Here's the station hub. That's what we just launched into orbit right here. And now if I go into the sub-assemblies, habitation, right here, just like that. And I'm going to have 6 of those, 1 on each of these, so it'll be a spoke. It won't quite be a wheel. I'm toying with the idea of adding a wheel on there. We can dock things to here, and I have a station ring test article. The game does not really like using these the inline clampetrons as attachment points, so this was kind of tricky to design, but this does work as a ring if I have all 6 spokes on, so this might happen in the future. I haven't decided yet, but at the very least we will have these 6 spokes, each of which will house 4 Kerbals, have plenty of cargo space, and a docking port on the end that will be usable by future landers, our rescue vehicle, etc. And I also have, let's not save that, we don't need to. Let's see, Lander X5. X5 is the temporary name, you know, experimental and all that. So here is my modular system that I'm working on. This is a very capable lander. On its own, it has almost 3.3 kilometers of delta V, and a pretty good thrust-to-weight ratio. If I look at the moon, it's got a 2.5 thrust-to-weight ratio, so this will be able to do plenty of moon landings, and is reusable, refillable, and I've got this... Oh, it just docked off center. There we go. I've got this here, which is just a big fuel tank. Excuse me, if I could talk, that would be great. and this here, which is an extra propulsion module. So if I want to send this thing interplanetary, I can string these along and have several fuel tanks attached for pretty much as much delta V as I'm willing to take the frame rate hit for the part count. And this here to push it. Of course, the more fuel I put in, the slower it's going to go, but the farther it will go. So this is something that I should be able to use in the near future and for quite a long time. And it has kind of a unique look. Looks almost like a very skinny, tall flying saucer. So I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm excited to start using it. But it's gonna need the heavy lift rocket, which don't save. Booster test. Is this the one I was working? Booster test 2. This is the one, I think. Yep. This is my work in progress reusable booster stage. So it's got plenty of room for the upper stage, which would basically be what you just saw. And I've done some hop tests on it, and it hops very, very nicely. I've got these here as kind of grid fins like SpaceX uses, but I'm not sure if I need them or not. So a lot more testing is needed, and that's going to happen off camera. So I think this is a good place to wrap things up. Thanks everyone who stopped by, and thanks Raider and Satan and Shipwreck for naming some Kerbals and helping me test a future channel point redeem. Let's see if there's anyone online that I know, or if I can find someone new. Let's see, not playing Kerbal Space Program, it looks like. So I'm going to launch Twitch and see who I can find. See whom. Actually, Bert, if you're still here, let me show you something real quick that I was showing off right before you showed up. Let's see, Kerbal screenshots. Alright, let me make this visible. So this is something that I did that was experimental. I made a very short clip and exported it as a series of images and stacked them in Photoshop, and was able to get a simulation of a long exposure shot. Kind of like how John Krause or Trevor Malman and several others get of SpaceX launches. And I'm very pleased with how that turned out. And in fact, I also went to the moon, and I got this shot of star trails behind Kerbin using the same method. So yeah, that's what I'm going to leave up as I go for a raid. Let's see who's playing Kerbal Space Program. Let's see, anyone that, okay, people I know are not online. Okay, here's someone, this looks kind of interesting. Making a secret evil lair on a magic asteroids. Alright, I'm too curious. I do not know this streamer, King Akira 9001. They started about half an hour ago, so they're early on in their stream. So no guarantees on whether family friendly or anything. They're playing it, looks like a stock Kerbal Space Program, and doing something that sounds pretty fun. So we're gonna raid King Akira 9001 and give them a shot, and if things are looking pretty good there, give them a follow too. So let's thanks for everyone for coming out. I'm going to be back next week for more Kerbal Space Program, and on Wednesday I think I'm going to do more Minecraft from the first SMP, which I was streaming from yesterday for my very first affiliate stream, and we'll see how that goes. I don't have a base yet. I'm still looking for a giant quartz ore vein, or a quartz copper ore vein. So let's start the raid. We need King Akira 9001, and I'm going to start the raid now. Thanks again everyone for showing up, and I will see you next time.